Well, let's do it, Joe. Let's jump into Aftermath.
Yeah.
We were just talking about you. Everybody hates you. Congratulations.
Yes. David Cronenberg character that we thought was, what was his name? Kovich.
Yes.
So Kovich was very big on putting these characters together. And
he's always, because we find out who he is at the end.
Yeah.
It's when you go back and rewatch it, you can see him putting his pieces into place. You also see him being quite manipulative, Father, at the beginning of this, because he treats Tilly in a way that he wouldn't talk to Michael like that. He's far more blunt with Michael than he would be with Tilly, but he was handling her, manipulating her to do what, to basically recruit her for the next show. That's his whole purpose.
Yeah. So do we think that David Cronenberg's going to show up in Starfleet Academy?
Yeah, I think it'd be a big chance that as long as he's fit and healthy. I know David's getting on in years. I would love to see him drop in. And look, why not start on the first day of class and he does the opening speech to the students?
Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah.
I don't know where they're going to do, and that's what's going to be really fascinating with Starfleet Academy is where is the entry point into the series? Are we getting in on Tilly's first day? Are we getting in on, or is it halfway through the year? Or is it's jumped 3 years later? Tilly's well established and
right.
Like there is, I'm very curious to see what the first episode, how they get in on this series.
Yeah. And it's not set to release until next year or the year after?
I think it's a 2026 show, Joe. I don't.
Really?
As far as I'm aware, the only 2 bits of content that we get next year is the next season of Strange New Worlds and Section 31.
Wow. So a whole year.
Look, I'm not against this concept. I think overall Hollywood in general is doing this, Joe. We've seen it with Marvel slowing down now. We've seen it with Star Wars slowing down. Like, you got to do it. Let's have some anticipation.
Yeah.
Like, let's, leave gaps between seasons, even though it drives us nuts. It's also really exciting to think, when it does come up, the anticipation is there. You want to see these characters again. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Cool with it.
All right. That works. Works for me.
Well, why not? I mean, if we get back-to-back series, I think what has been established over the years, and I think Marvel's a good example of, you get fatigue sets in.
Yes.
And fatigue can be very damaging to a brand where you just go, no, it's another Marvel series. Echo, what the hell's Echo? Argo, it's another. And even Agatha all along, and I know I'm going off a kill here, is suffering early from this too.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there's got a lot of mixed reviews so far. So,
wow.
Yeah, I think Star Trek would be smart. And I don't think it's been a real 100% strategic thing. I think the Paramount issues at the moment have played into why there's going to be a gap.
Right.
But roll with it and use it to your own advantage would be my approach.
Yeah. And especially,
why not?
Yeah, we have like a whole new leadership taking over because Skydance bought out Paramount. So it could be a lot of things shaking up the pot,
Well, there will, but I still think it is all positives to Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
It's all positive because Paramount are not effing with the golden goose.
No.
And Star Trek has been that little engine that could for 60 years coming up to. So it's always been profitable for Paramount, especially the films and the series. Yeah, we're safe with Star Trek. It's just where they go story-wise directionally, which is going to be interesting. What's the next series after Starfleet Academy?
Who knows? They have to boldly go where no Star Trek has gone before.
Well, they'll have to do something. And see, isn't Starfleet Academy, we are getting back into, this is my impression, a Deep Space Nine format where I think it's more focused on the Starfleet Academy. We have one place. We don't have a ship just going.
Yeah, going out
on its own on an adventure. We have that with Strange New World. So
yeah, we don't
why do it again?
Yeah.
So,
Well, we are getting a Star Trek comedy show too with
yeah, we are getting. Oh yes, absolutely. Whether
Hmm.
that comes out, because there's so little information on that so
I think
far.
it's a 26th thing too.
Yeah, when it comes, we have no idea when it's going to be. I can see that maybe coming out next year too. Can't imagine that would be super expensive to make.
No.
They're calling it a sitcom kind of style comedy.
Yeah.
So you know,
it could be interesting. But I mean, Tony Newsom's behind it. She's going to be in the forefront too. So
yeah.
I believe we're in good hands there. I think she's.
Well, I've said, as you know, many times, I've been annoyed at Paramount for not delivering what the fan want. But you know what? You can have that opinion as much as you want, but you got to come to a point where you accept this is what they're doing, and just now pray and hope. And that's what I'm doing now, praying and hoping that we are going to get some really interesting content. And it's not what I wanted, but let's see what they do.
Yeah. Do we have a